And we welcome you back to Woodland Bowl in Indianapolis, Indiana. The title match of the 67th Lumber Liquidators U.S. Open is on deck. And that is what they will be battling for. Our thanks to Barb Short, the GM here at Woodland Bowl, and Jim Doty, the GM at Royal Pin Leisure Centers. As always, they've been great hosts and hostesses here for us and our crew in Indianapolis. Time now for the title match. Bill O'Neill seeking his first major. O'Neill in his fifth televised appearance of the season. Finished third twice, one title, the Chameleon Championship, his only one on his resume throughout his 5-year career. So O'Neill starts off the title match with the spare. Up now, your number 1 seed, Mike Scroggins.
He has won 7 times on the PBA Tour with 2 majors, the defending champion of the Lumber Liquidators U.S. Open. From Amarillo, Texas, please welcome Mike Scroggins.
Scroggy started the week 9th in the Player of the Year standings with 20 points. Should he win today, he will move into a tie for second with Bill O'Neill. O'Neill already guaranteed at a minimum second place points. All of them chasing Walter Ray Williams Jr. for the Player of the Year list.
Really? Really, Rob? Mike Scroggins doesn't leave solid 9s. Well, you couldn't ask for a better opening shot with all the nerves and all the adrenaline that Mike Scroggins is feeling, and he comes out and just pures this shot. There's that dark board again, just to the left of it, which you would figure Mike Scroggins throws a little bit straighter. He's going to be just to the outside of that line, only to leave a solid 9-pin.
Bizarre.
Mike Scroggins using a lot of surface, as you can see. You can see the rings of oil on that bowling ball.
Scroggins started Saturday in 6th place, was only 19 pins out of first, and leapfrogged O'Neill in the position round match last night. Scroggins was second, O'Neill was first. Scroggins won, jumped over O'Neill. So here's Scroggins, your 1 seed and your defending champion. Again, only one other person has won back-to-back U.S. Open titles. Dave Husted in 95 in Detroit and 96 right here in Indianapolis. And there's the first strike of our title match, and it goes to Scroggy. Talking about how challenging the U.S. Open is for everybody, and Scroggins last night telling us the toughest part in his eyes of the U.S. Open, bowling qualifying. He says, and I love this, it's a circus out there. Amateurs, regional guys, everybody out there, just a ton of bodies, and everybody trying to figure out the proper protocol. O'Neill in the second. Billy did not like it. Drifts way right on him.
What the hell was that?
All right, let's take a look at the rangefinder down the lane. Remember his first frame, he went just a pinch high. You can see just how far right. That ball at the 6.5 board, and no chance of recovery.
And an open frame for O'Neill.
Boy, if you're Mike Scroggins, this is exactly what the doctor ordered, because, again, trying to fight the nerves and the adrenaline of just coming on bowling for a major championship, trying to defend a U.S. Open, all of a sudden he gets a full tank of oxygen, courtesy of Bill O'Neill's open frame in the second.
We talked about that. The number 1 seed has lost the last 4 title matches here at the U.S. Open. Number 2 seed, good success here, but it's O'Neill in an early hole and gets his first strike of this title match.
And that shot from O'Neill right over the 10th board at the 40-foot mark.
What a game, what a game.
Again, so crucial to get the ball at the proper spot down the lane, no matter what angle you're playing. There you go. There's your reference point, and that is perfect.
And you heard O'Neal say a lot of game, a lot of game. That's the attitude you need at the U.S. Open. Don't panic over one frame. Double wood for Scroggy.
Wide left. Lucky to only leave the 3-9. And what was the one comment that Mike Scroggins made to us last night, Rob, when he missed wide of target, when he missed left? He had no chance of getting to the pocket.
Scroggins remains clean. We asked him about the potential to win back-to-back U.S. Open titles, and he said, look, you don't even dream about things like that. You know, it's well above my expectations and most people's expectations. We begin the fourth. Scroggins up by a baker's dozen.
You see Mike Scroggins wearing that black wristband. I don't remember any exempt player out on our tour that still wears a wristband. It works for Mike Scroggins. It keeps his wrist from cupping and uncupping, part of the reason why he doesn't have a very high rev rate. But, man, does it work for him. Keeps that wrist in a nice, solid position. Not a lot of movement going on there. All he has to do is get it into the swing at the right time, keep his eyes on his target.
O'Neal now finding a rhythm with back-to-back jacks. Time to fire up the RV. Next week we are in the capital of Ohio, Columbus. Sequoia Pro Bowl for the Atonic Don Johnson Eliminator. Chris Barnes, your defending champion. Live coverage at 2 Eastern. That's a special start time next Sunday. Again, live PBA action, 2 Eastern next Sunday. A week off, and then we're in Connecticut, the Norwich Bowling and Entertainment Center, for the Go RVing Match Play Championship, kind of mirroring the March Madness activities in NCAA hoops. We begin the fifth. Here comes Billy O.
You heard Billy O'Neal say when he opened in the second frame, a lot of game left. He's right. Just took the lead, throwing that three-bagger right there. Now Mike Scroggins working on a strike in the fourth, looking to take back that lead.
And looking for his first pair of strikes here in the title match. And again leaves double wood.
Same leave, same shot.
Same lane.
Same lane. 2 shots in a row on that right lane. He has missed wide of target. No chance of getting that ball to the pocket. He's got to tighten it up, make good shots on that right lane. But right now faced with another difficult double wood spare.
Scroggins was 2-0 versus O'Neal this week in match play. This is his 5th top 10 finish of the season. Down 7 as he closes out the 5th. And again, chops down the double wood. The good news for Scroggins, he's moving over to that left lane where both of his efforts have been strikes so far. Very respectful bowling crowd here in Indianapolis. I mean, this place is as quiet as it can get. Almost left the double wood again.
And, you know, very unusual what's going on right now with Mike Scroggins. For a guy that likes to keep his target in front of him and not swing the ball, he knows coming in he can't swing the ball. The last 3 out of 4 shots have all been wide left of target.
Which means he needs to do what?
He has to tighten it up. Maybe move his target aboard right. But right now, where he's standing and where he's looking is not matching up. Generally, when you keep missing wide, move that target inside a board or two. That'll tighten up that angle.
The good news for the defending champ is he remains clean, down just 8. But here is O'Neal working on a 3-bagger. And Scroggins retrieving that ball, and he's going to do some doctoring.
Mike's going to tape up. Bill O'Neal's taking a re-rack on the right lane. Taking his time, wanting to make sure everything's perfect.
He's got to go again, or is it good?
Mike Scroggins is snugging up. Looks like he's going to snug up that thumb hole.
For O'Neal, as Scroggins continues to do some work. O'Neal, this is his 6th top 5 finish and 3rd in a major. 3rd at the PBA World Championships, 5th at the Masters.
Well, just a great touch with that shot there. He got it just a pitch wide of target, but he threw it so good at the right speed it actually had a chance to bite the lane and make it back. Watch this touch. Exact pin carry that he was looking for. Hit him thin and watch him spin.
He struggled early in this one, Randy. A 9 spare in the first, an open frame in the second. Since then, a 4-bagger. Looking to make it 5 as we begin the 7th.
Oh, baby.
Drops the nickel. Momentum in the O'Neal corner.
Oh, baby.
Well, that's a beautiful feeling, too. You feel it off your hand. You see the direction it's going in. You know it's heading right for the pocket, and all 10 go down.
Time for Scroggins to match. He has yet to record a double this game, working off a spare in the 7th. And his first strike on the right lane. Good news for Team Scroggins.
Finally got it tightened up. The last couple of shots have been around the 8.5 to 9 board. That one right there, 11 at the 40-foot mark. And all 10 in the pit. Mike Scroggins right now in his mind thinking, well, looks like it's striking out time to have any chance of winning this U.S. Open.
Can max out at 239.
Right, Bill O'Neal in the 220s right now, but Bill O'Neal can max out a lot higher than 239.
Seven, 10. That may have sealed the deal.
Yeah, talk about just gift wrapping a U.S. Open title. Mike Scroggins, and just what a horrible break. Bill O'Neal still has a possible 267. Mike Scroggins needed to strike out to get into the 230s. And an awful time for that to happen. Bill O'Neal now just cruise control, keep it in play, keep the pocket in front of you, and fill frames.
The real deal, Bill O'Neal. Had so many opportunities last season to get that first career tour title. He did it early this year in September, winning the Chameleon Championship. Now on the verge of winning his first major in the same season and moving up to the top of the Player of the Year list. Why not? Crack open a 6er for me.
You know, I remember going up and congratulating Bill O'Neal in 2005 at Carolier Lanes when he finished 6th at the U.S. Open. I watched him bowl then, and I said, you know, this kid's got a lot of talent. He's going to be a star out on the PBA Tour someday. And sure enough, 5 years later, he's winning the United States Open.
And O'Neal and Scroggins have a little bit of history together as doubles partners if you go back 3 years. 7 in a row for O'Neal.
That's right.
Well, it just doesn't get any better, does it?
Scroggins in the ninth. Drops the rack himself. And Scroggins was a partner with O'Neal 3 years ago in a doubles event. They made it to the semifinals, and Scroggins left the 3-6-7 split. And O'Neal was telling us last night that Scroggins apologized to him for about a year. You know, every time I saw him, I'm sorry about that. You know what I mean? Scroggins really wanted to help O'Neal win that first title, be a part of it, felt guilty, and was so happy when O'Neal finally won his first title in September. It tells you a lot about the character of Mike Scroggins.
Yeah, it really does. Mike's a great guy and really well respected out here. I mean, if he's staying at Mike Alby's house this week. I mean, you don't get to stay at Mike Alby's house unless you're a good guy like Mike Alby. So, I mean, he's just a tremendous guy. And you know, I think that given the fact that he's won the last couple of his last couple of majors that he's won, the U.S. Open last season, leading this event, I think Mike Scroggins has really turned a lot of heads, and I think he's finally getting the respect that he deserves.
And another strike for Scroggins, saying, where was that to open up this match? Scroggins will move up into a two-way tie for third in the Player of the Year point race. He'll now be tied with Chris Barnes. Bill O'Neal trying to let this one settle in as Scroggins steps up to close out his tournament. Drop it. Great close for Scroggins. Leaves with a 4-bagger and a 207. But this is all about Bill O'Neal. Scroggins had his time in the sun last year at the U.S. Open. Now it's Bill O'Neal's time.
Not too many can say they're U.S. Open champion.
Your best game ever on TV, huh?
Bill O'Neal can.
$60,000 for the winner. A 3-season tour extension. And another strike for your U.S. Open champ. It's been quite a year for that young man. Yes! Yes!
How about a 10-bagger to close it?
Mama, Papa, this is for you guys. I love you. Perfect, man. Great bowler. Thank you, Hammer. Jeff Buster, you're the man.
O'Neal closes out the title match by dropping the Bo Derek. There is your U.S. Open champion. And what a year for the young man. Wow. Wins his first tour title. Wins his first major. Now on top of the Player of the Year point race. Oh, by the way,
thank you.
He gets married in May.
Ebonite International.
We'll hear from our winner when we return. Bill O'Neal, 267 to 207. He's your U.S. Open titleist.